Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please leave a like, a comment or a subscription. Any or all will help the channel grow and help us out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those that do that. Just really hammering that point home, thank you very much to those that have been subscribing, because I'm really pleased. At the time of recording I'm up to 94, which I'm really pleased to see how it's been growing, and I just genuinely want to say thank you to those that have been doing that. It really means a lot to me, and I really enjoy sort of interacting with you guys in the comments, so yeah, please keep it all up. It's great fun for me, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Now, in our last episode we started working on our copper factory, which is where I'm standing at the moment, and off camera I've put my glass box around and I've started doing all the walls, and I did all the boring filling in the wall stuff that you don't really need to worry about seeing, because I'm sure that would be quite dull watching me do that. So you can actually see our steel factory over there. I filled in all the walls. You'll notice there's a hypertube now there to save me running down and running around. I also, off camera, did some upgrading. So any of the tier 1 miners we had that were overclocked, I've upgraded them all to tier 2 because it's actually a slight saving on power. And at the power plant, while I was over there upgrading the coal miners, I reduced the overclocking on the water extractors. They were set to overclock to 200% to get 240 water out a minute. We don't actually need that from them because each water extractor is feeding 4 coal miners. I actually only need 180 out of each one, so they're still overclocked, but they're now only overclocked to 200 instead of 240, because again it uses slightly less power, so just optimizing the power grids a little bit. I also, with the copper miners down here, at the end of last episode I had 2 of them feeding into a single belt to give me 240 because they're both pure nodes. I upgraded both of them and made this monstrosity because I've now got a lot more smelters. So the belts I've got can only handle 270, so I have 2 belts coming in, and I've now got, I think it was like 16 smelters now feeding all of this iron down there. I did also do a bit of an upgrade in the steel factory, so I'm just going to show this one because again I was having trouble with the belt maths in my head. So at the end of the last episode we had all 6 smelters, or all 6 foundries, sending all of the steel along here and up on this belt here, which was way more than 270. So I had the 4 sneak peek there. I had the 4 constructors turning 120 or 240 of it into iron bars and steel bars, and then the remaining 30 was being turned into pipes. And I was like, why am I doing that? Because I'm overproducing that. Why am I trying to feed it on one belt? So I split 2 of the foundries off in this direction to go up in this corner, which means there have been some upgrades to upstairs, so I'm just going to quickly show you those. So upstairs we've still got our 4 working on our steel, are they bars? Are they steel beams? So we've still got our 4 working in steel beams. That's not changed, but I then cut the line here and fed it in from the other side, which means we've got 120 because we've got 2 foundries coming in on this side, which means I can actually feed 4 constructors making steel pipes. So we've massively upped our steel pipe production. I've then put storage containers there, and I've just run a couple of belts to feed into an overflow because wow, this is filling up fast. This is an industrial one and you can see how quickly that's filling up, so I just wanted to give that somewhere to go until we're ready to do the stators. So that's kind of where we are, and that's what I'm planning to get on with today, to get the stators all set up, because we've got an awful lot of copper that we are going to be able to process. And yeah, this is so much faster than going up and down, so I hypertubed it, but yeah, going uphill takes a little while. So we've got all of this copper coming in here. So what we need to do, and this is my plan, because I've got 2 belts here, I'm planning to use 1 belt down on this floor to make wire, and then I'm going to send the other belt upstairs, which I've currently just made that's not where I want to go. Might need to move where that is. I've currently just got a blank floor with still windows so I don't run off the side. So I want to send the other belt up there to make the wire to turn into cable. So only one of these is staying down here. So we've got 240. He says 30, 60, 90, 120. Yeah, we've got 240 that I want to keep on this floor that we can make wire out of, which is going to be huge. Okay, so that's 15. So we've got 240, 15 apiece. That's... no, that's not right. 15 apiece. So we've got 16 constructors that we can use. So what my plan for that is... so I think... yeah, that's... I'm just going to move these back a little bit. Because what I want to do is I want to have these feeding in back to back. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it was 16, 8. Okay. Actually, I can probably move those over a bit. So let's move 3 of them over. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what I then want to do is I want to... because I want some space at the front, because I'm going to need split mergers there. So I need a splitter here for each of these. What were you lined up to? Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Are you lined up to this? Okay, no guideline, but sure. So 1. So yeah, and then I'm going to have the exact same going back to back. So I'm going to be able to have this single set of splitters feeding all 16 is the plan. So then you are going to go... ooh, I might need to expand out a little bit. Give me a bit more room to work with. Right, you're going to go there. And then we could just run these back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the plan there. And I can probably actually cut that a little bit because I don't need to run that quite so far. So you are going to be making wire. Congratulations, I'm starting you with some copper ingots. Right, and then you can come, let's say here. And go around there. And then you are now going to go there. I just want to make sure that's straight. 1, 2. And you're going to go straight into there. You should not be a Mark 1. Because you're going to need to go an awful lot faster than that. Speed up that corner. Speed up that bit too. Right. Okay. Right, you can be fed in at once though. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong way. Spun too far. Because this should give us a huge amount of wire. I think it's going to be way more than we need at the moment. But it does mean that we should never really have a wire worry again. Okay. Oh, right, and then we need to grab some power over here. So I'm just hooking all these up into the centre of these concrete spots. So yeah, like I say, I do love reading the comments, and I do try and, well, no, I can say with certainty, not that I try, I do reply to all of them. sometimes the conversations are a bit back and forwards, and I'll just sort of do the, you know, the weird heart thing that I get as a creator, just to let you guys know that I've read it. But yeah, I do absolutely read everyone, and I do try and engage in the conversation because I genuinely enjoy it, and I really want to sort of keep that dialogue up with you guys. So yeah, enjoying that. And one of the points that someone raised on there, which was a good point, and it was by Andrew, and I actually read it this morning, so this will tell you when I was recording this episode, Andrew, was he's just watched the episode where I was starting the steel factory, and in there I said I wanted to use the concrete floors because it would save me the iron plates, and he very sensibly and very appropriately went, we could use I could use concrete walls to save even more iron plates, and he was spot on with that. I absolutely could do that, but what I will say is I'm actually quite liking the concrete floor and, you know, orange wall mix that we've got going on at the moment. And I could paint them orange, but I kind of like the aesthetic of this, so I'm going to leave that as is. Right, and now we've got all these, but just to kind of let you know, yeah, definitely paying attention to it. Happy to receive any and all tips. Okay, that's that done, and now we can just do the other side. You're already set up. Okay, and it does mean coming out of here I'm gonna have to have 2 belts of cables, because on each side, oh, I didn't mean the map, I've got right. I've got... Oh, go away, map. I did not mean you. Right. I've got 8 conveyors making 30 apiece, which is 240, which is as much as the highest belt I've got can handle at the moment. So we are going to have to run 2 out, but that's fine. I had considered that. Right. So we're just going to merge all of these along. There we go. Cool. You look off. You're off. There we go. Right, okay. And then, yeah, we're just going to belt all these together and hook them up. And then we're going to run them around the corner so that they can run parallel to the 8 that are currently on the back. Is the plan here. So you only need ones to feed in. There's that. So yeah, like I say, that should be more than enough copper wire for us to ever need. Right, I am going to need to extend this out, which is frustrating. No, don't do that. Just the windows for the moment, please. I always forget that it doesn't put me back on Zoop. Yeah, 10's fine, because this building's actually like 12 wide at the moment. Right, let's give us a bit of room. Right, 1, 2, 3, 14 wide, okay. Okay, so that's going to give us a bit of room to work with. I'm going to put those windows back before I do something stupid and run off the edge. Because that is the kind of thing that I would do without paying attention while I'm walking backwards. And I'm sure you guys would find that hilarious, but I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't. Right, okay. So then, yeah, we're going to need to come around here and grab our mergers. Right, and you are going in this direction. Okay. And then we're just going to repeat that here. And I kind of want to feed both of them into an industrial container, because I really don't think we're going to need to store more than an industrial container's worth. And then I'll have an overflow in there. Right. Again, we're just going to repeat this bit. But yeah, I'm really working hard in my mind to go think big, because I could have just gone, yeah, that's fine. I don't need more than, 240 copper bars coming in at the moment, because then I can fit it all on one belt. But like I say, this is where I'm really trying to concentrate and go, no, think big. You can do better than that. So we will have a industrial storage. Right, let's line that up there. There. Okay. Okay, and then we can go and feed you in on the bottom shelf. Okay. And that should hopefully start getting these guys unstuck, because I can see they're already getting backed up. Oh no, you're just missing the copper, but that's fine. That's going to flow through as the manifold fills up. And then you are going to come around here. And whoop, too far. That looks straight. Right, and then we're going to want one of them. And then you are going to come up like that, and then up like that. And there we go. So that is then just going to start filling this up like Billy-O. Going to need to take these walls down, because that is properly in the way. Okay, and then, because this is going to fill up, we will have an awesome sink tucked away in the corner here. We'll put a smart splitter here. And right will be overflow. Into there. We will, and I'm aware this is going to back it up. Well aware this is going to back it up. Have a merger there. But I'm going to split this off as well. And we'll have the right there as an overflow. And you are just going to come out and into there. I don't mind if that's a little bit messy, because, hopefully at some point I'll find something better to do with it. So, yeah, that is that copper line sorted. Which is getting us, well, 16 times 30. So what's that? We've got 16 times 30, 480 wire a minute. And that's kind of the plan. And then, like I say, what I want to do with that is basically replicate it upstairs with this line. But then instead of feeding it into a container like this, we're going to then feed it into another set of constructors to make the cable. And then we've got a huge amount of cable. Which means when we get to looking at the assemblers, we've got stators here. Yeah, we've got the wire, we've got the pipes, so we're all good for that. So we can do quite a few of those. I mean, I don't need the cable. I could send the wire over now. Yeah, stators and rotors. Rotors, they're over at the other one. That's going to be fun when we need to do the motors. But yeah, we can do stators and cables. We can get the automated wiring sorted. And again, we'll have to figure out how we get that back. It might wind up being another truck route. But that's what I'm going to now try and replicate upstairs, so we can get all of that built. But we are also going to need to get this over there. Speaking of which, have we, in the awesome shop, We haven't got the wall attachments yet. I'm going to want those wall attachments. Hello, Awesome Sink. Oh, you don't have any power. That's fine. We will pull some power out here. There you go. Right, what have we got? 14 coupons. I don't need 14. Making me take 14. Okay. And then, yeah, we're going to want the wall attachment. I don't want the clean pipelines. I like being able to see what's going on in the pipes. I'm thinking maybe we get some of these. Because I like the double ramp set. I'm then thinking... What else we got? I don't like the industrial railing. I prefer the modern railing. Customizer, we could do... Asphalt. Let's get some asphalt. Because that's going to be handy for when we do start trying to build proper roads. And then I don't think I need any of the rest of that. What are we up to? That's 9 of our 14. So we've got 5 left to play with. I think we just get that and we don't waste anything else. Okay. So we can take that down now. So the reason I want the wall ones is because then I can feed it up here and I can run the cable all the way along here. And then across to that building, because that's what we're going to need to get the status going. So, with this, we're going to need to get this upstairs. And I'm trying to think where the best place to do that is. I'm thinking, basically, here. Okay, so you are there. And then we can go with a via floor. You're going to need a lift 3. And then that can go straight in there, except I've done it the wrong way round. There we go, feed it in, thank you. Bang, there we go, straight in. And then we've got a little room there to run another one back there. So, let's head upstairs. Try not to get sucked into the hypertube. Okay, so that's where it's going to come out. Yeah, I think we can just, like I say, replicate what we did. So I don't want the smelters, I want to grab one of them. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we've got splitter going in this direction. I mean, like I say, this is a big, and I know it's nothing compared to what some other people do, but this is a big build for me at the moment, trying to, you know, consider multiple lines going on. Right, you're going there. I'm going to need to put the roof up here as well before I probably get this going. But, yeah, this is, like I say, the plan. And then again, what I'm going to do with this is these guys are going to wrap around on the other side. Now, with cable, that's 60 in, 30 out. So that's going to halve it back down, which is fine, because it means all the cable can then come out on a single line. Which, like I say, that's alright, I can work with that. Right, come on. Snap, snap, snap. There we go. There. Okay. And you're going into there. Lovely. Right. Whoa. Okay. And then you guys only need a 1 fit into each of you. So that's going to feed all of this. And then I'm going to need to get the ceiling and stuff up here as well. Okay. So let's get a... Cool, we've got the wall mount, that's what I wanted. Right, let's get the wall up. We're going up 2. And then we want the concrete foundation, because... Or actually, this is going to be the top floor of this one, I think. So actually, I can just do the roof there. Right, which means I am actually going to want to do a nice corner. So I'm just... Oh, you're going to make me do that. Okay, that's fine. So I am just going to quickly whiz around and do the top floor, and then I'll fill the rest of this in, like, off camera, because you guys don't need to watch me do all of this. But I am just going to put it up to get a nice roof. Although actually, before we plug all of these in, just thinking, I might need to extend this floor out as well. If I do. Right, okay, so let's set this up first. Right, so. Let's run all the belts before I get too far into that. Okay. So then you guys are going to feed into 8 additional constructors. Which, how am I going to do that? I'm going to have to just have multiple lines, aren't I? So you're going to have to go around. I think I am going to have to 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to extend the floor out here as well. Because I think I'm going to need some space for all of the belts. Right, come on. It's because you're hooking onto that wall downstairs, aren't you? Yeah. But you can see that little orange line where it's clipping through because it's... expecting a wall. Right, okay. Right. We'll try and avoid going through the awesome sink this time. And I don't think I need that last corner. So we will leave that alone. Lovely view from up here though. Right. Hex frame, hex frame. Then we'll run all of this down. Right, I'm going to put a frame there and a frame there. So we can see the floor below. But I think I'm going to need to run those walls up here. Which will be fun, but that's fine. Right, you can go there. Right, yeah, let's continue our layout to figure out the belts before I worry about doing the power and the ceiling. So, you're going to have mergers. So you're going to be fed along there, and I'll feed you back here. So and that's that. Right, okay. Now I'm then going to need to bring you guys together. So I need to bring this one round first, so I know how much room, because this is going to be on the outside. So you are going to go here. All of this together. Right, okay, and then I'm going to need that belt there. To run up here. And then you're going to run all the way down here. Although actually... Hang on. No, that could be fine, because I can have those feeding in the first 4, and this one can come over here and feed these 4 over here. So if I grab the splitter, this one splits in this direction. Go 1. You're not lined up, I'm sure of it. 2, 3, 4. No, not the foundation, the belt, please. Right, you can come in here. 1, 2. And feed like this. Whereas these guys can feed in the other direction. We'll have it lined up for aesthetics. There we go. And then we can go... why are you the wrong way? Why are you the... what? Why is this one on the... These are all messed up. That's why. Yeah. Those are all messed up. Okay, right. Let's try that again, shall we? Merging in this direction, please. Right. Let's also start from this end, because I've already got a belt laid out here. Right, there we go. There we go. Right, cool. And then you're going... What are you doing? You are going in there. There we go. Oh, of course, that's now the wrong kind of belt. Right, but we can leave the brackets up. Because the belt was facing the wrong way. There we go. Right, and then you can go this way. Right, and then that should be 4 and 4 meeting in the middle. Those guys will all spit out along the back. Yeah, that should work quite nicely. Then you guys are going to spit out this way. And that should give me a nice load of cable going that we can also then feed over to the main steel factory. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. I will try and find time between this episode and next episode to, you know, fill in all the gaps and run the power lines and everything. Because I don't think that's anything you guys particularly need to watch. But I mean, hey, if you do let me know in the comments. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me, and I will catch you all next time.